So today puts us right around 5 weeks out from Challenge Cancun. And we just arrived to our Airbnb, which is right behind me, here in Fredericksburg, Texas. Now, we're in Fredericksburg, Texas this weekend because we're doing a training camp. Essentially, we're spending the next 3 days getting in a lot of cycling, a lot of running. So we just arrived. It's Friday morning, and we're about to go for a 5 to 6 hour bike ride directly into a run. We'll come back to the house, we'll rest up. We will run later this evening. Over the next 3 days, we're going to be a total of like 14 hours of cycling, about 3 to 4 hours of running. So we're about to get started. Training camp kicks off right now. We got the crew right behind me. Here we go. So we just stopped. We're 3 hours, 24 minutes in. We're about 60 miles. Today we're going 83 miles. Literally, right before I was about to start talking, all of a sudden you hear out of nowhere, my bike's sitting here. It just like punctured. No one was touching it. No one was by it. It just punctures out of nowhere. Air's flowing out. So luckily I have my road bike with me. Natasha doesn't even know this just happened. I'm about to tell her, but that was the craziest thing. We were literally just about to film this clip, and no one touched it. Unless Yoli touched it. Probably Yoli's fault. So, like I said, 60 miles in, 3 hours, 24 minutes. It is beautiful out here. Like, truly the hill country of Texas. Lots of rolling hills. We're doing some really good climbs. Backcountry roads. Like, no one's back here. We can just rip it. And it's been, like, the views that we have. The views are absolutely incredible. So the 3 hours, 24 minutes so far has gone very, very fast. About to have an RX bar and a Lara bar. And then, I'm still sipping on G1M on the bike. I'm still taking some gels. We'll finish up this ride, jump right into the run. But I can't wait to tell Natasha this. Literally. Yo, Natasha.
Oh my gosh.
No one's touching it.
Uh-oh. That's so crazy.
I don't know where. Have you ever seen that?
No.
All these things that are happening during this prep, no one's ever seen it before. It's only happened to me. First time. First time. All right, so for this last hour and a half, last 23 miles or so, we're just gonna use the road bike. So we brought both bikes out today, and as soon as we get back to base camp, we will take the bike in to get fixed, get the new tire put on, and we'll be good to go for tomorrow's ride. Operation Yoli tries to kill me is in full effect.
Dude, you alright?
Fuck!
Is that the first time you've ever fallen off like that?
Did you get that?
No.
All right, baby. Ride's complete. I don't know if mine stopped early. My distance was 79.
Yeah,
No,
it was
85. 5.
I had 83.
Yeah, mine cut off early for some reason. 85 miles done in what's yours at, like
5:30. Well, 5:30 with stops. So with some stops. So 5:15, 5:10.
About 5:10, 5:15. It was 5 hours 30 minutes with our stops. About 85 miles. My Garmin cut off for some reason at 79 miles, 79.30. So now runoff.
Very short.
Very short runoff, and then we're gonna fuel up with 48 Ice Age meals to eat in the next 3 days. Starts now. Come on, Yoli.
Go.
Now, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you already know this. We recently did a collab meal line with Ice Age meals. So we did a few different meals. We did elk meatballs and rice. We did elk sweet potatoes. We did an elk shepherd's pie, which is a sweet potato mash, veggies, and elk, ground elk. We also did a chicken Colorado with sweet potatoes and then one with rice. My favorite is probably either the elk meatballs or the elk shepherd's pie. So right now I'm heating up the elk meatballs. In this meal, there's 52 grams of protein, 62 grams of carbs, and 12 grams of fat. 2 minutes in the microwave, it's done. So one thing that we made sure we did was that we had Ice Age meals weigh the meat, whether that's the elk, like the ground elk, the elk meatballs, or the chicken. They weighed it cooked instead of raw, just because that's the way we kind of do ours. So this is kind of mashed up after heated, the elk meatballs, the rice, and then Yoli's here munching down on some Colorado chicken and rice, which he probably won't finish because he never finishes any of his meals. Tyler and Yoli both started eating this meal at the same time.
Dude, I'm intimidated right now. Do you see this?
If you don't eat your veggies, you're not getting up.
Show this.
And this is what Yoli's talking about. This is staring him in the face as he consumes his meal. He's ready to grab life by the horns as he eats his chicken Colorado and rice.
Good.
So we're wrapping up night 1 at training camp. We went into Fredericksburg, walked around a little bit, explored the downtown, and now we're chilling by the fire before day 2 of some heavy training starts in the morning. So I'm going to have Yoli wrap up day number 1 of training camp.
All right, guys. So that is day 1 of the 2021 Ironman training camp. It was a success. Watts were pushed. Miles were biked. Let's get into day 2. Natural.
Day 2 of training camp is about to be underway. Drinking some coffee, getting our greens and reds in, gonna eat some breakfast. And then this morning is a 42-mile bike directly into a 1-hour run, 1-hour runoff. We have a different route today as opposed to yesterday, but still, like, the riding capabilities and routes out here in Fredericksburg are insane. Like, it's gotta be a cyclist's dream. Today is not as nice as it was yesterday. Yesterday, blue skies, beautiful day. Ended up getting this nice suntan / sunburn. And it looks like it might rain today, but we'll see if it holds off. So let's go get ready.
pre-ride food, we have a bagel with peanut butter and jam. I'm also gonna grab a banana and then 2 scoops of whey protein made into a sludge. And then on the ride, for all these rides this weekend, each hour I'll be getting about 75 grams of carbs. So I'll do G1M Sport for my carbs in a powder with electrolytes, and I'll have either like a spring energy gel, or we'll stop at the truck, and have like an RX bar, a Lara bar, something like that. But just staying on top of nutrition to be able to train, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday pretty intensely. Now, some change of plans for today. The plan was to take the tri-bike back out and just ride the Cervelo P5. However, we took it to the shop yesterday to get the tire fixed. They tried to just reseal it and so that we could still ride it. Tried pumping it up this morning and it's still leaking air. So we're gonna have to take it back to that shop this afternoon, just get a new complete tire put on there because they are tubeless tires. So today I am riding the Canyon road bike, which the road bike out here is a lot more fun anyways because there's some big climbs and I can really focus on the climbs on the road bike and it's just more fun. So that's why we will be riding the road bike today. Tomorrow we'll get the tri-bike back out for the last ride of this trip. All right, here we go. Pre-ride. Wants to keep it in focus. Wash down with some G1M.
Ready? What's out of focus? Okay.
It's go time, baby. Do it. All right, so we are halfway done with this ride. We're about 24 miles down. Gonna grab just a quick RX bar, fuel up a little bit. Hit max speed going down a hill, chasing these guys at 47 miles per hour. Thought I was about to die there. And then we just wrapped up this massive climb, 11% incline, 11% grade for half a mile. It was a burner. It was quite a burner, but there's beautiful, beautiful climbs out here. Amazing hill country. Back on these like back roads where we're seeing no vehicles, a lot of wildlife, a lot of deer, sheep, lamb, goats, steer, cattle, hogs. We've seen it all so far since being out here. So we have the second half of the ride we're about to knock out and right into the run.
did it. Day 2.
One more is good.
We done, baby. All right, that ride. Let's pull some stats for you guys. That felt like an easy one compared to yesterday. I felt like that one was done and bam. We were cruising. Didn't get as hot. Sun didn't really come out. We had cloud coverage. So, nice, quick, powerful ride. But we ended up doing, based off my watch, 43 miles, 43.19 miles in 2 hours, 31 minutes, 51 seconds. Average speed, 17.1 miles per hour. But obviously like a lot of climbs. These rides, like what's good about these rides for me and what I'm finding is they're more technical rides, and I haven't been doing many technical rides. Like a lot of my cycling that has been off of Zwift has been like Ronald Reagan or some open roads out in, you know, around our house, around Georgetown, Round Rock area, right outside of Austin. But these routes are pretty technical, and that's new to me. So I'm learning a lot through these last 2 days. But solid ride. Next training session of the day, we're gonna do a 90-minute run. So we're gonna do 45 minutes out and then 45 minutes back. Just mix up some G1M so I can sip on this during the run. I'll just grab the bottle from the guys in the truck every 2 miles and just sip on some electrolytes, some carbs. We are at an undisclosed location in Fredericksburg, Texas right now that not too many people know about because of its beautiful scenery, its excellent landscape, and the ability to go fast and build a lot of power, which is the ultimate goal of this weekend. So, 90-minute run right off of that bike ride. Ain't nothing to it, but to motherfucking do it. Run is complete. Solid training day. How we feeling?
Pretty beat.
Yep.
It got a little hot out. So for that run, first 2 miles, a little rough, legs were a little heavy. Then we turned over the legs. We were holding a 7:20 minute per mile pace for that run. We ended up about to hop in the truck, head back to the other truck, and then go back to the Airbnb. Solid training day. Day 2 in the books.
Nothing quite says training camp and summer in Texas like watermelon and a big hefty serving of bear balls. Bear balls and watermelon, baby. So the significance of this weekend is that this marks the peak of training volume moving into Challenge Cancun. So we got the peak of training up to 22 hours of training a week. That was this past week. And then this weekend, it's a whole lot of bricks. A lot of training. Moving into Monday marks the reduced training volume. Intensity will still be high for certain workouts, but we'll take training volume down from like 22 hours a week to 15 to 14, 15 hours a week. And then we'll start the official taper 10 days out from Challenge Cancun, which is May 2nd. So we build, we get training volume to a certain point, and then once we reach that point, which we did this past week, really this weekend, then we'll start pulling back a little bit in order to be as fresh and as strong as possible going into Challenge Cancun. So we've reached the peak. The hay is in the barn. Now, it's time to race. We're 1 month away still, but we're getting there. It's almost time to race. So today marks the third and final day of training camp. This morning we have a 70-mile ride, which should take about 4 hours on this famous route. It goes to this beautiful route. It's very popular because of all the bluebonnets along the route. So we're going to start that at sunrise and then come back here, shower up really quick, and head out. Our checkout's at 12, so we have to be out of the house by 12 to head back to home. So we have the Tribe bike back out today. Back tire was fixed. Bike's ready to go. It's starting to rain a little bit. Crew's ready. Bike's ready. Tyler and Yuli are ready. Let's go. All right, so we are halfway done with this ride. That was one of the most amazing, beautiful things that I've ever seen. I loved Texas and I loved the hill country before this trip, but seeing Fredericksburg makes me fall in love with the hill country on a whole nother level. So that descent we did, the views were insane. I felt like I was in the mountains. We're going back that way now, so we're gonna climb that. However, that was just I'm mind blown by how amazing that was. The last 3 days, each day, different routes, completely different views, different scenery. And today's just blowing my mind. So that was, the first probably 10 miles, there was a solid headwind and it sucked. And then it cleared up and we were just pushing massive power. So I'm gonna grab a quick snack, stay fueled, head back that way, and we'll wrap up this ride.
All right, guys. Well, ride complete. Nice headwind for a whole lot of that ride. Hills and headwinds. I'm gonna call this ride today hills and headwinds. But today, like me and Keegan were just talking about, it was probably the best workout of the weekend. We were able to really like put down some big power on some long straightaways and get a whole lot out of this workout. And then there were also some really big climbs. So successful weekend, successful training camp. We're approaching 4 weeks out from Challenge Cancun. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Boom, that's a wrap.
All right, guys, give me your review of Training Camp 2021.
It was awesome. How about 12 hours of riding?
Yep.
I think I calculated.
Probably best training camp I've ever been a part of.
Look at that hair.
Yeah, it's that wind out there.
Wow. All right, guys. I know we signed off the video, but we're signing it off again. Take her easy.